Okay. Good afternoon, girls. So, last time we finished the class at what topic? Euler's line. Okay. What is Euler's line?
The line passes through the centroid and circumcenter and also center.
Perfect. So, these 3 points are collinear, and the line joining these 3 points would be
And they divide
Euler's
with
line.
ratio 2 raised to 1.
Which divides what?
2 raised to 1.
Which divides what? Centroid divides
Orthocenter and circumcenter.
the line segment. है ना?
The line
Which is
segment.
greater? The distance between orthocenter and centroid, or the distance between centroid and circumcenter?
Centroid.
That is twice of the distance of that, right? Okay, sit down. Now, if you have a curve लिखो, x square plus 2y square plus xy is equal to 0, what would be, if there is a point of the point lying on the curve is x1 y1, then what will be the equation of tangent?
If x1 and y1
If you on the curve
then
and
the equation of tangent is equal to 0.
t is equal to 0, so how you are going to write t? What would be the expression of t?
Then x replaced by
हाँ, क्या रिप्लेस करोगे? किसको किससे रिप्लेस करोगे?
x को replace कर
नहीं, आपके पहला पार्ट क्या है? एक्स स्क्वायर है. एक्स स्क्वायर को किससे रिप्लेस करोगे?
x x1
वेरी गुड. उसके बाद
y y
y1. उसके बाद
और x into y x1 y
एक्स वाई को कैसे करोगी?
x1 y plus y1 x upon
और एक्स को कैसे करोगी?
x को x x1
नहीं, एक्स को नहीं. नॉट फॉरगेट दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ. एक्स को कैसे रिप्लेस?
x plus x1 y2
वेरी गुड. और वाई को?
y plus y1 y2
एंड इफ दैट पॉइंट इज लाइंग आउटसाइड द कर्व, तो t इज इक्वल टू 0 क्या होगा?
t is equal to 0 make the equation of the chord.
विच कॉर्ड? विच कॉर्ड? देयर आर इन्फिनाइट कॉर्ड्स. वो पॉइंट जो कॉर्ड ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट, क्योंकि आप उस पॉइंट से टैंजेंट बनाओगे, तो टैंजेंट से आप पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट निकलेगा, उससे जो कॉर्ड बनेगा दैट वुड बिकम योर कॉर्ड ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट. एंड इफ द पॉइंट इज इनसाइड,
Then the equation
then the line t is equal to 0 would be polar. Very good. And polar is a superset. So tangent, then chord of contact, and then so just by finding the position of x1 y1, you can actually find t is equal to 0, which will eventually turn out to be a polar. That polar can be tangent, can be chord of contact, or can be a polar. When it will become a tangent? When that point is lying on the curve. When that line, and then that point is lying outside the curve, it will become chord of contact. And when it is inside, it will become polar. Very good. Now, what else we did? What is diametric form of equation? Okay. Y is equal to mx plus c is cutting a curve, 2-degree curve. How you are going to find the length of the chord?
sir 5 minus y
How you are going to find the length of the chord if the length of the chord is y is equal to mx?
square into x1 minus
1 क्या फिर से बोलो?
n square into x1 minus x2 का whole square.
हाँ, that will give you the square of that. What is x1 minus x2 का whole square? How you are going to find x1 minus x2 का whole square? देखो, लेंथ ऑफ द कॉर्ड का स्क्वायर तुमने बताया 1 प्लस एम स्क्वायर इंटू x1 माइनस x2 का होल स्क्वायर, राइट? उसका अंडर रूट करोगी तो यू विल फाइंड योर लेंथ ऑफ कॉर्ड. बट हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू फाइंड x1 1 प्लस एम स्क्वायर, तो m आ गया वहां से, y इज इक्वल टू एम एक्स प्लस सी से, राइट? मेरा क्वेश्चन है x1 माइनस x2 का होल स्क्वायर कहाँ से आता है? डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स. कैसे निकालोगे डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स? हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू फाइंड?
minus 4
which quadratic, how you are going to make a quadratic equation? I have given you a 2-degree curve, right? and I have given you a equation of chord y is equal to mx plus c, then how you are going to create a quadratic equation of in x out of that? What you are going to substitute?
X to X
Y is equal to mx plus c will be substituted on the 2-degree curve. Now, wherever you see y, you will put
minus y
mx
is
plus
equal
c
to
there,
x
right?
minus x1 plus minus a under root 1 plus x square.
क्या बोला? फिर से बोलो.
नहीं
See, I am asking you, you have already given a correct formula that you have to find the length of the chord. You are going to just use, you are going to use the formula that under root 1 plus m square into difference of the root. My question was how you are going to create the quadratic equation जिससे आप difference of roots निकालोगे. So you're just going to substitute y is equal to mx plus c. Wherever you see y in the 2-degree curve, you are just going to put mx plus c in place of y, and you will obtain a quadratic equation now. And then obtaining a quadratic equation, you can find sum of roots minus sum of roots का whole square minus 4 times product of the root gives you the square root of the differences of the roots, right? That is the whole idea. Sit down. What else we did in circle? Hmm? Y is equal to mx plus c is a tangent to circle x square plus y square is equal to a square. What should be c? Condition of tangency. Y is equal to mx plus c is a of course c is a constant, but there is a relation of c with m, right? And radius. What is the relation? You're not revising? अच्छा कैसे करोगे किसी भी लाइन को किसी 2-degree curve का tangent कैसे बनाओगे? How you are going to show that any particular line, let's say y is equal to mx plus c, is the tangent to any 2-degree curve? Anyone? What is the condition of tangency for 2-degree curve? What? T is equal to 0. नहीं वो तो पोलर वाला स्टोरी नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं, ये डिस्क्रिमिनेंट वाली स्टोरी है. When a particular line is touching a 2-degree curve, what does it mean? It means the point of intersection is 1, which means the discriminant of that quadratic equation would be 0. D is equal to 0. And for circle, we have two cases. Either we'll take discriminant as 0, or we will find the distance from the center to that line is equal to radius. है ना, जिससे हमको क्या निकल के आता है? C square is equal to a square into 1 plus m square, which I say c is equal to plus minus a into under root 1 plus m square. याद आया कि नहीं याद आया? ओके, बैठ जाओ. So you have a circle whose equation is x square plus y square minus 2x minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0, right? Now you have a point 6 comma 6 lying outside the circle, and you have drawn two tangents. Point of contact is A and B. So first question is you have to find me the equation of AB. So how to find the equation of AB? How to find the equation of AB? Anyone? AB क्या है ये? Chord of? इसका पोल कौन है? So can I find AB? कैसे निकालेंगे? X square to be replaced by 6x and y square to be replaced by 6y and 2x to be replaced by 6 plus x and 2y to be replaced by 6 plus y and constant would be replaced by. So first equation becomes 6x plus 6y minus 6 plus x minus which makes it 6x minus x is 5x, 6y minus 5y minus 12 plus 11. So this is the equation, right? समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? T is equal to 0 direct. पता है ना T is equal to 0 for chord of contact and x square to be replaced by xx1, y square to be replaced by yy1, x to be replaced by x plus x1 by 2 and y to be replaced by y plus y1 by 2 and constant remain as it is. So first part done. Equation of AB. How to find mod AB? राइट क्या करें? समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं समझ में आ रहा है? This is R, this is theta, so this would also be theta because this is 90 degree. So I can say mod AB टू आर कॉस थीटा. आर कहाँ से निकलेगा? रेडियस अंडर रूट जी स्क्वायर प्लस एफ स्क्वायर माइनस सी विच इवेंचुअली टर्न आउट टू बी 1 plus 1 minus 1. ठीक है? And how to find cos theta? This is theta. I can say tan theta is equal to radius upon PA. And what is PA? Under root S1. R we have already found as 1. What is under root S? Put here 36 plus 36 minus 12 plus 1. Makes it? क्या हो गया? 49. 49 हो गया क्या? देखो तो 49 हो गया ना? So this becomes 7. So tan theta is 1 by 7. So what is cos theta? Tan theta is 1 by 7. Cos theta क्या होगा? 7 by root 50 है ना? 7 किसने बोला था? 7 बोला था कि 7 अपॉन रूट 50 बोला था? 7 किसने बोला था? 7 किसने बोला था ना? नहीं बोला था? cos थीटा 7 हो सकता है क्या? cos थीटा कभी 7 हो सकता है क्या? क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? cos थीटा 7 क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? हाँ? cos की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू 1 है. cos is basically base upon hypotenuse. Base can never be greater than hypotenuse. Okay. So you have already found. A भी पता चल गया, ये भी पता चल गया. मिड पॉइंट ऑफ ए बी. मिड पॉइंट ऑफ ए बी सिमेट्री से तो हम कह सकते हैं यही है, लेकिन ये निकाले कैसे? सेंटर क्या है हमारा? 1 1, राइट. पक्का सेंटर हमारा 1 1 है. एंड इफ आई कॉल दिस इज माय मिड पॉइंट ऑफ ए बी एम, तो हाउ टू फाइंड एम? कैसे मिड पॉइंट फाइंड करें बताओ? कैसे करें? बताओ. See, this 2 points are given, right? ये लेंथ आपको पता है क्या है? ये r sin थीटा. और ये आपको क्या पता है? दिस इज रूट s1 cos थीटा. रूट s1 क्या हो गया? r by root s1 tan theta. And if you look closely, what is tan theta? r upon root s1. तो बेसिकली ये क्या बन गया? आप या तो इसको कह दो tan स्क्वायर थीटा इज टू 1, या आप इसको कह दो r स्क्वायर इज टू s. बोथ आर फाइन. बोथ आर. So you know how to, what is the ratio? r square is to s or tan square theta is to 1. What is tan theta? 1 by 7. So 1 is to 49. Can we apply section formula? So 1 would go to 6 and 49 would go to 1. So 49 plus 6 upon 7. That is 55 by 7, comma 55 by 7. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. Now let's come to fourth one. Angle APB. So you have already found theta. What you need to find is 2 theta. Theta is nothing but tan inverse r by root s. है ना? So 2 into tan inverse r by root s. Clear? Now come to the fifth one. Area of triangle APB. So this is 90, right? This is your AB. You have already found your AB. What you need to find is PM. Do you really need to find it, or you have already found it? You have already found it. Root S1 cos theta, na? Root S1 cos theta, and this is AB. So you can easily find the triangle area. Clear? Similarly, area of quadrilateral ACB. If you see, this is nothing but a kite. Kite is nothing but a combination of two isosceles triangles sharing same base. So now you have another isosceles triangle. You know this length and you know how to find. You have already found AB. You have already found CM. So half into CM into AB. Clear? So we have already handled this much. Clear? Now centroid of triangle APB. Now you have this triangle, right? You have this triangle APB. दिख रहा है triangle? Okay, now you have to find me the centroid of this triangle. How to find the centroid of a triangle? I don't have all the coordinates. I don't know what is P, what is A and B, right? And I really don't think that I have to find it out. But yes, I can find it out. But there is not required right now. You know how to find the point of contact? Simply by the equation of tangent, comparing with t is equal to 0, taking that as h comma k and just writing the equation and then comparing, you will find your h comma k. We have already discussed that part. Okay. Now, how to find this centroid of this triangle APB? Is it my median? Is PM my median? Of course it is. And centroid divides my median in the ratio 2:1. Do I know my M? We have already found out. Do I know my P? We have already found out. So we have found out already these points. So I can say section formula 2:1. 1 would go to 6 and 2 would go to 5 by 7, 55 by 7, right? है ना? जो भी था calculation doesn't matter. Upon 3. So you've already found your centroid of triangle APB. Now let's say the second one is he also wants to know the centroid of this triangle. Again, this is my median. Again, this is my median. I know my C. I know my M. So this becomes 2:1. So 2 would go to 5 by 7, 55 by 7 and 1 would go to 1. And then you will just divide by 3. So you'll get your, right, you'll get your centroid of triangle ACB. So till here, no issue. Now comes the issue. अब बताओ, how to find the circumcenter of triangle APB or ACB? Huh? How to find the circumcenter of this triangle? This one is big triangle and the other one is small triangle. How to find the circumcenter of this triangle? These two triangles. What is circumcenter, by the way? The radius of the circle circumscribing them, right? That is circumradius. And what is circumcenter? The point of intersection of the perpendicular bisector or the center of that particular circle. Now, which circle is circumscribing this triangle, smaller one? Is it a given circle circumscribing it? Yeah, is it? How? How can you say that it is being circumscribed at this circle? Do you see C here? Do you see the center on the curve? No, no. The circle must pass through these 3 points. And there is only a unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. You have already studied in class 9, I suppose. Right? So what was the first thing you studied in class 9th was that there would only be a unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points, and you have already proved it using the concept of chords and midpoint thing, right? Now I just want to know which circle is passing through this 3, which unique circle is passing through these 3 points, and then I want to find the radius of the center of that circle. And same way I also want to know which unique circle is passing through these 3 points, and I want to find the center of that circle. These 2 centers would be my circumcenters of my 2 triangles respectively, right? Understood? Now the question is, how can I say which circle is passing through it? Do you observe this quadrilateral? Is it any spatial quadrilateral apart from it is kite? Do you see any speciality in this triangle, in this quadrilateral? Do you see any Speciality? Huh? What is it? What is this? So क्या बन गया ये triangle? A quadrilateral. What is this quadrilateral is? Huh? Cyclic. Perfect. Yeah, of course. Opposite angles are?
180.
Why did you stop after saying cyclic? What was the reason of revisiting your answer?
The quadrilateral, cyclic quadrilateral is subscribed by the circle.
तो वो quadrilateral का अगर मैं circle मिटा दूं तो you will not say that this is my cyclic quadrilateral. That would be a cyclic quadrilateral. Huh? What was the property of cyclic quadrilateral?
The
That
sum of opposite angles are 180.
and here you see. So basically you see a circle passing through these 4 points. And this is that unique circle which is passing through these 3 points, and that is the same unique circle passing through these 3 points. So you have only one circumcenter for both the triangle, and that is the center of this circle circumscribing this quadrilateral, right? And since this becomes the diameter of the circle, because you have a 90-degree story, which means this is my diameter, because semicircle per diameter only makes 90 degree, right? I already know my C, and I already know my P, and this is nothing but my diameter. I can write the whole equation of this circle, but I am not interested right now. I am just interested in the center. How we are going to write the whole equation of the circles? Diametric form: x minus 1 into x minus 6 plus y minus 1 into y minus 6. But here what is important is the midpoint of C and P would be by circumcenter. So answer would be 7 by 2 comma 7 by 2. So we have already found the circumcenter. Clear? So now the last portion is orthocenter. How to find the orthocenter? Who will help us? Mr. Euler will help us, like Mr. Pythagoras always help us, right? This time Mr. Euler. So Mr. Euler will tell us that, okay, fellows, we have already centroid and we have already circumcenter, so we can find my, using the concept of Euler's line, we know that if this is H and this is G and this is circumcenter, so this becomes 2:1. I have already found this one. I have already found this one. I just need to find this one. Using the section formula, I can find it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, so there is a thing that they want me to explain the whole 20-minute thing again. Okay. Sir, please explain 2, 3, 4 and 5. Rest I know it. ऐसा है क्या? No. See, I'm just going in a very fast, because initially also I was very fast, right? Okay. I'll just go faster than that. See, I have to, first part was you have to find the equation of AB. I know this is my chord of contact. I'll simply use T is equal to 0 because this is my pole. Clear? Second part, you have to find my mod AB. Mod AB is nothing but this length. I have drawn my triangle, right? I know this angle must be making theta. I know this is root S1. I know this is R. So I have already found my theta. Now I have to find this one. I know this is nothing but 2R cos theta. I can easily find my R from this equation. And theta I have already found, because tan theta is 1 by 7, so cos theta would be 7 by root 50. So we'll just multiply with 2R, right? Third part, midpoint of AB. I don't have to find A and B to find my midpoint. What I have to find is, we have already found C, that is center, we have already given P. And I know CM is to MP is nothing but R sin theta upon root S1 cos theta, R root S1 tan theta, and R by root S1 tan theta is nothing but tan theta. So tan square theta is to 1, or we can say R square is to S1. I know what is my R, I know what is my S, I can simply apply my section formula. Okay. So third part is also done. Angle APB, already we have found theta. We just have to find 2 theta. Fourth done. Fifth, area of triangle APB. I've already found my mod AB. I just need to, and I've already found my PM. So half into, perfect. And then you have to find area of quadrilateral. This quadrilateral is nothing but a cyclic this kite, and kite has the same base, 2 isosceles triangles. I've already found this isosceles triangle. I can find this isosceles triangle simply by multiplying with, or you don't have to see this way. You see this is a kite, means half into d1 into d2. This is your diagonal 1, diagonal 2, right? Okay, good. Centroid of triangle APB. I don't have to find AB again. I just know this is my M, this is my P. And PG by GM would be 2:1, direct. This is my C, this is my M, this is G. CG by GM would be 2:1. I know my C, I know my M, right? Okay, good. Circumcenter of triangle APB and triangle ACB. We can say this is nothing but a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral, which means a circle, a unique circle will be passing through these 4 points, making this kite as cyclic quadrilateral. So I can say the circumcenter of this triangle and the circumcenter of this triangle would be the center of the circle circumscribing this quadrilateral. And I know C and P would be nothing but diameter, because I see 90 degree, right? So I've already found my C, already found my P. So midpoint of CP would be 6 + 1/2, 6 + 1/2. इस लाइन के साथ सबसे अच्छी बात क्या है? This line is y = x line. तो इसमें बस एक निकालो, दूसरा निकल जाता है. ठीक है? Okay. And then Mr. Euler help us finding the orthocenter, right? I hope no doubt again. ये थोड़ा जल्दी था ना, या पहले वाला जल्दी था? So you have this circle. You have this circle x² + y² = 16, and then you have this point C, and then you have this line AB, and the equation of the line AB says 3x + 5y = 2. You have to tell me C fast. 30 seconds. Tell me what is C. Okay, 1 minute. Tell me what is C. Tell me what is C. Don't look for the second question. Just tell me first what is C. What is the answer? First part. What should I take C as? H comma K? Can I write my AB now? Hx + ky = to? Which is actually 3x + 5y = to? Which means h by 3. Was it too tough? So answer is, why so much time? 24:40, 15 seconds देना था, and I gave you 1 minute, more than 1 minute, and you couldn't answer it. Why? Everybody got the answer? Solution, right? The second part. Find the locus of the circumcenter of triangle PQR if QR is chord of contact and P lies on xy = 4. Can you visualize the question? The locus of circumcenter of triangle PQR. So I'll just change everything. This becomes my QR. And this becomes my P. The circle remains same. You have to tell me, and P is lying on a line on a curve xy is equal to 4, right? This is the story. Now how to go for it? What is the locus of circumcenter of triangle PQR? First part समझ में आ गया ना? No one is having any problem with the first part? Huh? Okay, good. Second part. X square plus y square is equal to 16 is the equation of the circle, and then PQR is a triangle, QR is a chord of contact made from P. Now tell me, and P is lying on the curve xy is equal to 4. You just have to tell me the locus of the circumcenter, or you just have to tell me the locus of this, the locus of the center of this red circle. है ना, ये मतलब हुआ ना? ऐसा है क्या? जो सर्कम सेंटर होगा इसका सेंटर और ये पॉइंट डायमीटर बनाएगा, अभी देखा था ना लास्ट टाइम में. सो आई कैन से दिस इज नथिंग बट माय सेंटर. आई विल टेक माय सेंटर एज मूविंग पॉइंट which is my locus. So what should moving point be taken as? H comma k, and this become 1:1 ratio. So if this is h comma k, what would be p? 2h comma 2k. Now 2h comma 2k is lying on the curve. Which curve? xy is equal to. So it must satisfy that equation. So 2h into 2k. So hk. So what will be the equation? xy is equal to 1. समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? Good. Should I explain it again? Good. Sure a bit?
Yes, sir.
Now let's say the question is find the locus of P. Find the locus of P if chord of contact with respect to P. Chord of contact of P with respect to x square plus y square is equal to 16 touches x square plus y square is equal to 1. Now this is the question. It says you have a P point, which means it is a pole, which is making a polar. That polar is chord of contact, and that chord of contact is touching this circle. And that chord of contact is which circles chord of contact? This circles. So you have to find me the locus of P. How to go for it? Let's see, visualize the diagram. This is your x square plus y square is equal to 16, and this is your P, and this is your chord of, and this is your x square plus y square is equal to 1. So this line is touching that. You have to tell me the locus of P. है ना? So P is my moving point. इसके पाथ का इक्वेशन बताना है, right? So P would be, let's say this is AB. What will be the equation of AB? Hx, and this is your circle whose equation is, now this, how, when this will be tangent to this circle? When the center when the distance of center from that tangent should be equal to radius. Or second thing, if you put that equation in the equation of circle, if we put the equation of tangent in the equation of circle, the quadratic equation in x which we get, that discriminant should be equal to 0. That is the whole story of 2-degree curve. But here it's circle, so we'll go easy way, right? So the distance from the center would be origin, because both of the circles are concentric, right? So I can say the distance of origin would be nothing but mod 16 upon under root h square plus k square, right? And this would be equal to the radius. What is the radius of the circle? 1. So h square plus k square would be equal to 16 square. So what is the equation? X square plus y square is equal to 256. So it would be also a circle. The locus of P would also be a concentric to these two circles only. एक का रेडियस है 1, दूसरे का रेडियस है 4 और तीसरे का रेडियस है 16. Okay, got it or not got it? Good. Now I'm changing this question. Instead of making this as circle, instead of making this x square plus y square is equal to circle, I am going to make it an ellipse. X square plus 2y square is equal to 16. If the equation is x square plus 2y square is equal to 16, rest the same question remains as it is. And it touches this circle, x square plus y square is equal to 1. How to go for it? What are the changes you need? डाउट आ रहा है क्या? हाँ, क्या करेंगे? ये तो समझ में आ गया ना? तो इसको कैसे करें? सेम स्टोरी. P would be my h comma k. So this would become hx plus is equal to 16. And then again this is circle touching it. So I'll just make this as 4k square. So it would turn out to be x square plus 4y square is equal to 256, which would be ellipse. Sure, Robert? Okay. The question says that show that there is this line x plus y is equal to 4, and you can take any variable point on that line. So you can just put your finger on any point of that line, and if you are going to draw a tangents, pair of tangents from them, so they are going to actually make a chord of contact. So there you can make all the, from there would be infinite points on x plus y is equal to 4, and you can make infinite chord of contacts. The questioner wants you to prove that all those infinite chords would be concurrent. They would be passing through one point. You have to first prove that point, and then second you have to find that particular point. What would be the value of that particular point? बताओ कैसे करेंगे? Draw the diagram, maybe you will be able to understand better. Should I read up the question? So तुमने देख लिया कोई भी एक पॉइंट तुम कैसे लोगे? How you are going to take any point on that line? Simple parametric form. So you're just going to say, okay, one point is t, comma 4 minus t. That would be your common point, t comma 4 minus t. Now from that t comma 4 minus t, you are going to draw a chord of. So can you use t is equal to 0? So if you put t is equal to 0, you will replace x square by tx, and y square would be 4 minus t into y. 4 minus t into y is equal to 1. So basically you will get a equation in x, y, and sometimes x and y with a coefficient of t. So basically you got a family of line where t is the parameter. L1 plus lambda, L2 is equal to 0. यही था ना family of line, and all the lines were passing through a point of intersection. So you can say, okay, fine, I got this line, this equation as L1 plus t into L2. Now as long as you are changing t, you will be getting different chord of contacts. So that means yes, they are concurrent. Now how to find the point of concurrency? Simple, you have L1 and then you have L2. Simple point of concurrency, solve it out, you will get it. And then what you will realize that that point is 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. Why? If you take that point as h comma k, you will write t is equal to 0 for h comma k, and that line would be nothing but this line, because this is nothing but polar, and that point of concurrency would be pole. But first you have to prove it, then only you will be able to use it. नहीं समझ में आया? Okay, let me clear it. See, this is your circle. What was the equation of circle? 1 था ना कि 4 था? 1 था. Or you had this line, and now you took any point as t comma, and then you draw, right? And then you wrote this is nothing but tx right. Now you will take any point here also. यहाँ से draw करोगे तो बनेगा ये, right? And then it will pass through. And similarly, you will take any point, they will pass through this particular point. Like that is the story. That is what you have to prove. ठीक है, diagrammatically तो आप ऐसे दिखा रहे हो. Now how to show it? So you know you have got this fellow. Tx plus 4 minus ty is equal to 1. So you can say Tx plus 4y minus ty is equal to 1. ठीक है? So you can say 4y minus 1 plus t into x minus y is equal to 0. Right? Right? This is L1, this is L2. So L1 क्या हो गया? And what is L2? And what does L1 plus TL2 represent? Family of line, which means they all are concurrent, so there would be infinite line passing through these 2 points because it is like general point t की value आप change करते रहो, you will get different lines. So they all will be passing through the point of intersection of these two. Now this is 4y minus 1, so y is equal to, and this is x is equal to y. So क्या हो गया? So this point becomes, अच्छा, let's try to find the t is equal to 0 for 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. क्या हो जाएगा? 1 by 4x plus 1 by 4y. समझ में आया? So this basically becomes your pole and this becomes your polar. Understood? Good. So next time अगर आपसे पूछा जाएगा तो you don't have to go through this way taking any t point. Simple. You are just going to say this is your polar, so let the point of concurrency would be pole, and that should be h comma. So to simply you are going to write hx plus ky is equal to 1, and you are going to compare with x plus y is equal to 4. So you will get your h and k as 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. Clear or not clear? Good. So we have finally summed it up of t is the story of t is equal to 0, right? If the point is lying on the curve, t is equal to 0 turns out to be a tangent. If point is lying inside the curve, t is equal to 0 becomes the polar, and if the point is lying outside the curve, t is equal to 0 becomes chord of contact, right? That's the story. Okay, now just solve this question that the chords of contacts are drawn to, the chords of contacts are drawn to 4x square plus 4y square is equal to 1. Chords of contact are drawn to 4x square plus 4y square is equal to 1 from variable points of x plus 3y is equal to 10. Okay, so variable points, we have taken in variable points from this and we are drawing chords of contact. Tell me the point of concurrency. बताओ जल्दी से बताओ. Same question है, but I just want to see whether you have grasped it or not. क्या है आंसर? क्या क्या आपने पॉइंट ऑफ क्या लिया h कॉमा के
Yes, sir.
okay so you have written 4hx plus 4yk is equal to 1 और इसको आपने कंपेयर कर दिया तो क्या क्या 4h अपॉन 1 4k अपॉन 3 इज इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन 10 गुड तो h क्या आया 1/40 एंड k क्या आया 3/40 परफेक्ट So simply h comma k would be the point of concurrency. So I can say 4h plus 4k 4hx plus 4ky is equal to 1. 4h upon 1 is equal to 4k upon 3 is equal to 1 by 10. So h becomes 1 by 40 and k becomes 3 by 40. Show that for all values of t, ty minus x minus t square is equal to 0 touches y square is equal to 4x. नहीं समझ में आया क्या आया हाँ देखो जब भी आपको किसी लाइन को टैंजेंट बनाना होता है तो आप क्या करते हो आप पहले एच कॉमा के ले लेते हो ठीक है और आप एक इक्वेशन लिखते हो एच कॉमा के टर्म में टी इज इक्वल टू 0 लगा के और फिर आप वो जो इक्वेशन है आप उसको कंपेयर करके एच कॉमा के निकाल लेते हो and then you just see whether h comma k lies on that curve or not. If that h comma k lies on the curve then definitely that becomes your tangent. इसको दो तरीके से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं एक तो इस तरीके से सोच के एक तरीके से इस तरीके से सोच के कि इस कर्व का पैरामेट्रिक लोकस क्या होगा x को क्या डालना चाहिए मुझे हाँ टी स्क्वायर x को मुझे क्या डालना चाहिए x को मैं टी स्क्वायर डाल सकता हूँ ना x इज इक्वल टू टी डालने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है x इक्वल टू टी डालने में प्रॉब्लम है कि y स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 40 हो जाएगा अंडर रूट 40 टी निगेटिव और नहीं पॉसिबल है राइट बट टी स्क्वायर डालने पे सब कुछ सेफ है और जब आप 4t स्क्वायर बन चुका है तो y क्या हुआ 2t टी निगेटिव है तो अपने आप माइनस हो जाएगा राइट सो आई कैन से द पैरामेट्रिक लोकस इज टी स्क्वायर कॉमा 2t ऑब्वियसली पढ़ा है ना ये हमने लोकस वाले चैप्टर में अच्छा अब इसका t इज इक्वल टू 0 निकाल सकते हैं किसके रिस्पेक्ट है y स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4x के रिस्पेक्ट में y कैसे रिप्लेस होगा y स्क्वायर किससे रिप्लेस होगा y1 तो हो गया 2ty इज इक्वल टू क्या हो गया 2ty इज इक्वल टू x माइनस है ना ty इज इक्वल टू कुछ गड़बड़ लिख दिया मैं शायद ठीक है, ठीक है, नाउ इट इज राइट। तो अब क्या हो गया, है ना, सीधे t इज इक्वल टू 0 से 8 आ गया। एक तो ये तरीका हो गया। दूसरा क्या तरीका हो सकता है कि I'll just consider the pole of this line as h comma k। h comma k का मैं y square is equal to 4x करूंगा तो क्या बनेगा, h plus x by 2 which will become, ठीक है, so which will eventually give me ky minus 2x is equal to 2h which would be ty minus x is equal to minus t square। ऐसे करके मैं h comma k निकाल दूंगा in terms of t and I'll just see whether it is lying on y square is equal to 4x or not. If that is lying on y square is equal to 4x, that would turn out to be my tangent. समझ में आया, इस तरीके से शो करेंगे। Got it or not got it? Both ways, दोनों मेथड। Why you people are laughing for the last 5 minutes? क्या हो गया, anything funny? No? क्या हो गया, कुछ हुआ क्या? क्या बातें हो रही है? हंसी क्यों आ रही थी आप लोग इतनी? कर आप लोगों का क्या हाल है? ठीक है, सारे क्वेश्चंस हो रहे हैं? पहला दूसरा क्वेश्चन तो बहुत आसान है. From variable point on a line, chords of contacts are drawn to this. Find point of concurrency. We have been talking for the last 10-15 minutes about it. Second question is also the same. Hannah, you have to tell me the opposite one now. The point of intersection of tangents. That is, the question is basically more or less same, but the scenario is different. One time pole is lying inside, and in the second scenario, pole is lying outside, and the polar is given in both the cases. And you know how to find when polar is given. How to find pole? Simple, take at h comma k, compare with that. Chalo batao. AB, then try third one. हो गया फर्स्ट टू. See, first one is very easy. This is nothing but ellipse, so ये बन गया क्या? hx plus 2ky is equal to 1 compared with 3x plus y is equal to 7. So h by 3 equal to 2k by 1. So h is 3 by 7 and this is 1 by 3 by 7 comma 1 by 14. This is nothing but, देखो ये क्या है? A line cuts this circle at A and B. मतलब ये क्या हो गया? AB turns out to be a chord. और AB से अगर आप tangent बना रहे हो तो AB turns out to be chord of contact with respect to the point of intersection of those tangents. So I'll say simply as h comma k. So I'll say hx plus ky is equal to 16 is actually equal to 4y minus 3x is equal to 1. So h by minus 3 is equal to k by 4 is equal to 16. So h becomes minus 48 comma 64. Right? Okay. Now what about third one? How to go for the third one? You have a circle. So let's draw the circle. And this is your chord whose midpoint is, and this center is, and this would be. So you have to tell me the equation of this line which is passing through x1, y1. इसका स्लोप क्या होगा? y1 by x1. So तो इसका स्लोप क्या होगा? ठीक है? So it would be y1 minus y1 square is equal to minus x1 plus x1 square, which would be y1 plus x1 is equal to x1 square plus y1 square. I can put minus r square here and I can put minus r square here. This would become t is equal to, understood? So whenever you have any 2-degree curve, it is true for any 2-degree curve. Okay, it is true for any 2-degree curve. So whenever you have to find the equation of the chord whose midpoint is given, then the answer would be t is equal to s1. है ना? t is equal to 0 तीन cases का आपको पता है. Now this one is the fourth one. T is equal to s1. What is the condition? That the midpoint of the chord is given. Midpoint of the chord is given. So you will simply say that equation of that chord is going to be t is equal to s1. So you have midpoint is given and the curve is given. You have to tell me the equation of the chord. Midpoint is -1 comma -2, and the equation of the curve is x square plus y square minus 10x plus 12y plus 2xy plus 1 is equal to 0. So you have to tell me the equation of the chord. How to go for it? T is equal to s1 direct. So you can simply replace x square by minus x, y square by minus 2y, minus 10 into x minus 1 by 2 plus 12y minus 2 by 2 plus 2 into minus 2x minus y by 2 है ना, x1y plus y1x by 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. So that would be your chord. The second thing, a chord of y square minus 6x plus 2xy minus 1 0 is equal to 0 passes through 2 comma 2. Find the locus of the midpoint of the chord. How to go for it? किसका locus निकालना है? Midpoint का. मतलब midpoint is the moving point. So what should we take this moving point as? H comma K. फिर क्या होगा? Should we write T is equal to S1? So what would be T is equal to S1? KY minus 3 into x plus h plus kx plus hy 2 कट जाएगा. Now this is the equation of the chord whose midpoint is, and that fellow is also passing through. So this 2 comma 2 must satisfy this equation. So my x and y can be replaced by 2 and 2. So the final equation we'll get is 2k minus 3 into x plus 2 plus 2k plus 2y. So this would be the locus. Sorry. है ना? Now h can be replaced by x and k can be replaced by y, and you will get your straight line. And that straight line would be the locus of the midpoint of chord. Similarly, how to go for third one? Find the locus of the midpoint of a chord of x square plus y square is equal to 4 such that its distance of 4 comma 3 from chord is 3 unit. So how to go for it? What should we take as moving point? H comma. If you have taken h comma k, उसके बाद क्या होगा? What you will write? T is equal to S1. So T is equal to S1 would turn out to be finally hx plus ky minus 4. अच्छा, हमने लास्ट क्वेश्चन में S1 लिया था, मिस कर गए थे ना. S1 लेना इज इक्वल टू 0 कर दिया था ना, कि लिया था? 0 लिख दिया था ना. उसको वो करना है, यू हैव टू गेट योर कांस्टेंट, है ना. सो इट वुड बी h स्क्वायर प्लस k स्क्वायर माइनस 4. ठीक है. सो दिस वुड गॉन एंड दिस वुड बी गॉन. सो इट वुड बी hx प्लस ky So this is your chord whose middle point is h comma k. Now distance of 4 comma 3 from this line is actually equal to 3. So just applying the distance of a point from a line, I can say mod, I'll just put x की जगह चला जाएगा 4h plus 3k minus h square minus k square का mod अपॉन अंडर रूट अच्छा, एक बात बताओ, ये मॉड हटाने पे प्लस रखेंगे या माइनस रखेंगे? प्लस रखेंगे या माइनस रखेंगे? कॉर्ड का मिड पॉइंट कहाँ लाई करेगा, कर्व के अंदर या कर्व के बाहर? कर्व के अंदर, तो पॉइंट माइनस आएगा, फाइनल माइनस होगा, उसको करने के लिए हमें प्लस करने के लिए माइनस से मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा, सो इट विल सिंपली बी माइनस, क्या हो जाएगा? अब ये तुम इधर ले जाओगी एंड देन स्क्वायर इट अप, so you'll get your 4 degree curve. So the locus is going to be a 4 degree one. Okay, so the locus is going to be a 4 degree equation, biquadratic. Now we are starting a very important topic now. Radical axis. So you have to be very attentive in this. So you have two circles S1 and S2, right? You have two circles S1 and S2, and they are cutting each other at 2 points. And then there is this line chord which is passing through that 2 point of intersection. And I'm going to call this line as common chord. Can you tell me the equation of this common chord? Basically, this is a chord which is also passing through A, which is also passing through B, right or not right? Let's say अगर ये इक्वेशन है आपका x स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2g1x प्लस 2f1y प्लस c1 is equal to 0, and this is the equation x square plus y square plus 2g2x plus 2f2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So if you look at the equation of the line, what is the equation of line? Equation of line is basically a linear equation which is satisfying 2 points through which it is passing, right? That is the equation of line, right? Just tell me S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. Is it a linear 1 degree equation or a 2 degree equation? 1 degree or 2 degree? 1 degree. So finally क्या हो गया ये? So this is the equation S1 minus S2. So this is basically equation of line. Will A satisfy this equation? A is lying on S1. A is also lying on. So S1 minus S2 A को satisfy करेगा. B is lying on S1. B is lying on S2. So it will satisfy S1 minus S2 क्योंकि 0 minus 0 0 होता है. So I can say A and B will satisfy this equation. So what does it mean? It is the equation of common chord. So equation of common chord turns out to be S1 minus S2 is equal to 0. You have to make sure that they are like the coefficient of x square and y square, they are equal. Then only S1 minus S2 would turn out to be a लीनियर इक्वेशन. ठीक है. एक बात बताओ, इस कॉमन कॉर्ड पे ध्यान दो. अगर तुम यहां से एक पॉइंट लिया, राइट, और एक कॉर्ड बनाया, टैंजेंट बनाया यहां से, इसका लेंथ क्या होगा? अगर ये पॉइंट है लेट से अल्फा, तो S2 अल्फा है ना, पावर ऑफ द पॉइंट, और यहां से एक और टेंजेंट बनेगा और ये बन जाएगा दूसरा टेंजेंट. क्या ये लेंथ और ये लेंथ इक्वल होगा? इक्वल होगा क्या? क्यों इक्वल होगा? क्योंकि S1 इज इक्वल टू S2, तो रूट वुड ऑब्वियसली बी इक्वल. सो यस, द लेंथ ऑफ टेंजेंट ड्रॉन फ्रॉम एनी पॉइंट ऑन द कॉमन कॉर्ड, आप अगर दो पे टेंजेंट बनाओगे तो दैट वुड बी इक्वल टू, दे आर इक्वल इन लेंथ, है ना. यहां से भी बनाओ, देखो यहां से भी बनाओ, दिस वुड बी इक्वल टू, ये कोई भी पॉइंट है ना, मान लो P कॉमा Q, तो इसमें डालोगी ना तो रूट SPQ, और इस पे लेंथ डालोगे क्या होगा? रूट S2PQ, S1PQ, और S1 इज इक्वल टू S2 है ना, तो उसके रिस्पेक्ट में तो सेम आएगा. क्लियर और नॉट क्लियर? ओके, सो दे वुड बी एक्चुअली इक्वल. ठीक है, तो आपसे पता चल रहा है कि कॉमन कॉर्ड से आप कहीं पे भी टैंजेंट ड्रॉ करोगे तो लेंथ ऑफ द टैंजेंट वुड बी इक्वल. तुम यहां से अगर तुम टैंजेंट ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश करोगी तो यहां से टैंजेंट बनेगा ही नहीं, इमेजिनरी टैंजेंट बनेगा, है ना, जो अंडर रूट निगेटिव हो जाएगा क्योंकि वो इनसाइड द कर्व हो गया है. इनसाइड द कर्व मतलब माइनस में आ जाएगा, तो वो इमेजिनरी रूट्स आ जाएंगे, राइट. लेकिन वहां पे भी जो इमेजिनरी रूट बनेंगे उसका इक्वल आएगा अंडर रूट के साथ, है ना. Sure up this? समझ में आ रही चीज? You are able to understand it? Okay, so you have able to understand the equation of chord would be S1 minus S2 is equal to 0, and you are able to understand that if you draw tangent from any point on the common chord which is lying outside the circle, they will always form equal tangents for both the circles. If you are making two tangents, they would be equal in length. Even if you see this way, even if you see, let's say यहाँ से these two will be equal, है ना, क्योंकि एक इसके लिए होगा, एक इसके लिए होगा. Now this is called radical axis. It is called radical axis. What is the definition? Radical axis would always exist between two circles. So basically it is a locus. It is a locus. It's a path, no? So it's a locus of a moving point such that the power of that point with respect to two circles जिसका ये radical axis है, they would always be equal. So let's say इस पॉइंट का आपने पावर इसके हिसाब से निकाला, S1 आया, और इसके हिसाब से निकाला, इस पॉइंट का पावर निकाला इसके हिसाब से, S2 आया. तो लोकस क्या हो गया, S1 इज इक्वल टू, विच मीन्स S1 माइनस S2 इज इक्वल टू, जो कॉमन कॉर्ड है ना वो भी वन टाइप ऑफ radical axis है. So when two circles intersect, then the common chord becomes radical axis, and when they are like this way, so there would be a line between them जिसके बारे में हम अभी पढ़ने वाले हैं. So radical axis becomes basically locus of a point such that the power with respect to both the circles would be same. Let's say जैसे ये मान लो 3,4 है, ओके, और मान लो इस इक्वेशन में 3,4 डालना हो तो मुझे आ रहा है 5. तो जब 3,4 इसमें भी डालूंगा तो इसमें भी क्या आना चाहिए, 5. यहाँ आ रहा है 35, तो यहाँ आना चाहिए, समझ में आ रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड पावर. पावर निकालने का तरीका आपको पता है, ओके. सो रेडिकल एक्सिस बेसिकली लोकस ऑफ पॉइंट जहाँ पे आपका पावर सेम है, और आप सिंपल इक्वेशन से आपको पता चल गया S1 इज इक्वल टू S2, H कॉमा के डालोगे ना, सो यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग इन H कॉमा के. सो द इक्वेशन ऑफ द रेडिकल एक्सिस वुड बी S1 माइनस S2. देख लो ऐसे, इसको आप कह लो एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2g1x प्लस 2f1y प्लस c1 इज इक्वल टू 0. एंड सिमिलरली इसको आप कह लो एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2g2x प्लस 2f2y प्लस c2 is equal to 0. Now let's take p as h comma k. So power with respect to h comma k would be h square plus k square is equal to 2g1 h plus x by 2 plus 2f1 k plus y by 2 plus c1 is equal to h square plus k square plus 2g2 h plus x by 2 plus 2f2 h plus k plus y by 2 plus c2. ये कट गया, you are left with, and then you can replace your h and k by, ठीक है. मैंने कुछ गड़बड़ कर दी क्या, ओ मैं t इज इक्वल टू 0 लिख दिया बेवकूफ, पावर सॉरी गड़बड़ हो गई, मैंने t इज इक्वल टू 0 लिख दिया, होते जैसे t इज इक्वल टू 0 कर रहे थे ना, पावर निकालना है ना सिंपल. So we can simply say x square plus y square plus 2g1x plus 2f1y plus c1 is equal to x h square plus k square is equal to 2g1h plus 2f1k plus c1 is equal to h square plus k square plus 2g2h plus 2f2k plus c2. h square plus k square कट गया, you are left with 2g1 minus 2g2 h plus 2f1 plus k c1 minus c2 is equal to 0. Now h can be replaced by, and this becomes your radical axis, which is nothing but s1 minus s2 is equal to 0, right? Sure a bit? So it's power, right? Up h comma k का power is equal to h comma k का power to that, and they are equal. So finally h can be replaced by x and k can be replaced by y. So you'll get basically the equation of radical axis is nothing but s1 minus s2 is equal to 0, which is also equation of common chord when the two circles are intersecting. तो आपको पता चल गया radical axis कहाँ पे lie करेगा जब दो circle intersect कर रहा होगा, तो the common chord will be your radical axis, and when they are not intersecting then it would be a line which is between them somewhere, है ना. अभी उसके बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे कि कहाँ पे होना चाहिए, right? Sure a bit? show that first radical axis is perpendicular to line joining the centers of circles. रेडिकल एक्सिस तो हमेशा दो सर्कल के बीच में होगा. गुड. दूसरा आपको देना है फ्रॉम एनी पॉइंट ऑन रेडिकल एक्सिस लेंथ ऑफ tangents drawn will be equal in length. And third one, you have to prove that radical axis will be closer to a smaller circle. मतलब क्या हुआ? रेडिकल एक्सिस बीच में नहीं होगा. कहाँ पे होगा? मतलब एक लाइन होगा, but the line would be closer to smaller one. And the first thing, and the one more thing which you know about radical axis, that पहला जो आपको प्रूफ करना है, that radical axis would be perpendicular to which line? Line joining the centers. So you have to prove these two. Second part you already know that S1 is equal to S2. So obviously the length of the tangent would be equal. Under root, if S1 is equal to S2, which means under root S1 is equal to under root S2. Right? Beta, power, when you have to tell me the power of any circle, let's say if I say find me the power of alpha comma beta with respect to a curve ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Let's say you have to find me the power of alpha comma beta with respect to this curve. You simply have to put this fellow inside the equation of this curve, and whatever the value you get, that becomes your power. Let's say this is your circle, and if your alpha comma beta is lying inside, it means it is shorter than the radius. So basically it would eventually turn out to be negative. So for circle, parabola, ellipse, if the power is negative, the point is inside the curve, and if power is positive, the curve is outside. The point is outside the curve, and if the power is 0, in case of hyperbola it is opposite. We'll see why in later classes. Okay, in hyperbola it is opposite. If you put the point inside hyperbola, if it turns out to be negative, it means it is outside, and if it turns out to be positive, it means it is inside. Okay, and when 0, of course you know that it is a point on the curve. So let's do it now. So पहले डायग्राम बना लेते हैं. डायग्राम बना के ज़्यादा अच्छे से दिखता है. So let's have the diagram. So this is your, let's say, smaller circle, and let's say this is your bigger circle. So definitely you know, ये तुम्हें prove करना है कि this radical axis would be closer to the smaller one. First thing which you have to prove that it is 90 degree. What is the equation of this line? What will be the slope of the line? What will be the slope of this line? And what is the slope of this line? What does it say? They are perpendicular, right? So first is okay, right? Radical axis would be perpendicular to the line joining the centers. Okay, now if you take any point, these two lengths are going to be equal. Why? Because S1 is equal to S2, so under root S1 would be equal to under root S2. Clear? No issue? So this length and this length would be equal. Don't say sir lag nahi raha hai. Don't say sir दिखने में नहीं लग रहा है. Okay? वो वैसा पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट ही बन रहा है. जैसे तुम्हें लग रहा होगा ये क्लोजर है, तो यहाँ पे टेंजेंट जो बनेगा वो इक्वल, ये छोटा होना चाहिए. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. यहाँ से आप टेंजेंट बनाओगे, ठीक है, यहाँ से आप टेंजेंट बनाओगे, तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये छोटा है ये बड़ा है, बट होता नहीं है, इक्वल ही होगा. ठीक है, क्योंकि पावर है ना, पावर ऑफ पॉइंट, लेंथ ऑफ द टेंजेंट इज नथिंग बट पावर ऑफ द पॉइंट. Okay, now the second thing is, it is, which is closer? The smaller one is closer. So let's see how. एक नया डायग्राम बना लेता हूँ, इसको रब कर दूं. अच्छा, दोनों इक्वल रेडियस का होगा तो पावर कहाँ पर, तो रेडिकल एक्सिस कहाँ लाई करेगा? अगर दोनों सर्कल इक्वल रेडियस का है तो कहाँ पे रेडिकल एक्सिस लाई करेगा? मिड पॉइंट पे, इक्वी डिस्टेंट पे, है ना. और जो बड़ा है उससे दूर रहेगा, अगर बड़ा छोटे भी बात है तो. लेट्स से this is L, this is L, right? This would be capital R. This will be hypotenuse. This would be hypotenuse. Which is closer? Smaller one ना? समझ में आ रहा है? नहीं समझ में आ रहा है? बस वही, और कुछ नहीं. ठीक है? Even if you take anything somewhere here, ये तुमने ड्रॉ किया, so this becomes your under root and this becomes your, है ना? कौन बड़ा है? छोटा कहाँ होगा? इधर होगा. ठीक है. सो रेडिकल एक्सिस में कहानी होगी कि रेडिकल एक्सिस बेसिकली is a locus such that powers are equal, which means equation of any radical axis would be S1 is equal to S2, right? Which will eventually be a line. Now when circle is not intersecting, then the radical axis would be closer to the smaller radius circle. If the circle is intersecting at 2 points, radical axis would be common chord. If two circles are touching each other at 1 point, radical axis would be common tangent. So let's see सारे सिनारियो में radical axis बनेगा कैसे. इसे रब कर दूं. अच्छा, इसका रेडिकल एक्सिस कहाँ होगा? यहां होगा कि यहां होगा कि या सर्कल के अंदर से कहीं से होगा? स्मॉल सर्कल के पास होगा? कहाँ होगा? राइट होगा या लेफ्ट होगा? यहां होगा, तो फिर तो नजदीक हो गया इससे, राइट होगा। अच्छा, कहाँ पे होगा? सर्कल के अंदर होगा, इधर हो, देखो इस पोर्शन में होगा कि इस पोर्शन में होगा? अंदर होगा। अगर मान लो अंदर होगा तो इस पॉइंट के लिए ये पॉजिटिव है, ये नेगेटिव है, तो इक्वल ही नहीं हुआ ना कभी, तो ऑब्वियसली अंदर तो नहीं होगा, होगा तो बाहर और इस तरफ होगा। समझ में आया? इस तरफ होगा, बाहर की तरफ। क्लियर? एंड इसका क्या होगा कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल में? No radical axis. Okay, this is the whole story of radical axis scenarios. So radical axis is nothing but it's a locus of circle that the power locus of a point such that the power with respect to two circles are always equal, and which equation turns out to be s1 minus s2 is equal to 0, which would basically be a line. No, it's not far. When I say far, I am not talking about the circumference. I am talking about the center. The radical axis would be away from the center, farther away for a smaller one. Right? Obvious ही है. वो उसे दिख रहा है कि शायद वो बड़े के पास चिपका हुआ है इसलिए, राइट? नो नो, सेंटर से देखते हैं. See, this is a circle whose center is, let's say, alpha comma beta. So what will be the equation? And radius is r. So what will be the equation of the circle? The equation of circle would be x minus alpha का whole square, y minus beta का whole square is equal to r square. Now, what is power? If you take any point here as x1 comma, right? So I'll just rearrange it. So if you put x1 y1 in this equation, this expression will not be equal to 0, but it would be equal to negative. That value is called power. Power हमेशा सेंटर के रिस्पेक्ट में देखा जाता है. आप जो आपकी जो दूरी है वो आपकी सेंटर से रेडियस से बड़ी है या छोटी है. अगर रेडियस से छोटी है तो टर्न्स आउट टू बी नेगेटिव, और बड़ी है तो पॉजिटिव. और उसका क्या कितना पावर है वो उसकी वैल्यू पुट करने से आ जाती है. दैट इज द होल स्टोरी. दैट इज द वे वी डिफाइन पावर. जैसे सर्कल आपका है एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2gx प्लस 2fy प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 0. मुझे पावर निकालना है तो आई सिंपली x1 y1 का पावर निकालना था, सिंपली से x1 स्क्वायर प्लस y1 स्क्वायर प्लस 2gx1 प्लस 2fy1 प्लस c, इसकी जो भी वैल्यू आएगी दैट वैल्यू बिकम्स द पावर ऑफ x1 y1। अगर आपका एलिप्स है, इसके रिस्पेक्ट में आपको पावर निकालना है, सिंपली आपको इसके रिस्पेक्ट में पावर निकालना है, और अगर आपको हाइपरबोला निकालना है तो एक्स स्क्वायर बाई ए, x1 स्क्वायर बाई ए स्क्वायर माइनस y1 स्क्वायर बाई बी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू, और इधर ले आओ -1 इज इक्वल टू जो भी वैल्यू आएगी, राइट, दैट बिकम्स द पावर। बट इन केस ऑफ हाइपरबोला, सी इन केस ऑफ circle, ellipse and parabola, if the power is negative it means that point is inside, if it is equal to 0 it means on the curve, and if it is greater than 0 it means it is outside the curve. But in hyperbola the scene reverses, if the power is positive it means it is inside, if the power is negative it means it is outside, and if the power is 0 it means it is lying on the curve. So we will discuss this exception of hyperbola when we will be covering hyperbola. Okay. एक बात बताओ, आप लोगों ने क्लास 10th में सर्कल पढ़ा था ना? ओके, दिस वाज योर सर्कल। आप यहाँ से एक कॉर्ड भी बनाते थे, पी ए पी बी, और यहाँ से एक टैंजेंट बनाते थे पी टी, और आप प्रूफ करते थे पी ए इंटू पी बी, करते थे ना? तो हमें प्रूफ करना है पी ए इंटू पी बी इज इक्वल टू पावर ऑफ पी। ऑफ कोर्स पावर ऑफ पी इज नथिंग बट लेंथ ऑफ पी टी का स्क्वायर, है ना? ये हमें प्रूफ करना है, पी ए इंटू पी बी इज इक्वल टू पी टी स्क्वायर। याद है कि नहीं, ये किया था सिमिलर ट्रायंगल ये सब कर के? चलो कोई नहीं, भूल गए, कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन रिजल्ट याद है ना? कि रिजल्ट भी याद नहीं है? रिजल्ट याद है? रिजल्ट भी भूल गए थे? रिजल्ट भी भूल गए थे? ओके, बहुत अच्छा। इसको प्रूफ करने से पहले मैं कुछ थोड़ी दूसरी चीज़ें कराना चाहता हूँ ताकि इवेंचुअली ये प्रूव हो जाए। अभी जो मैं क्वेश्चन लिखने जा रहा हूँ वो IIT JEE का क्वेश्चन है, 6 मार्क्स का सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन था। इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, और IIT JEE ऐसा क्वेश्चन 2-3 बार पूछ चुका है। जो उसका सेकंड क्वेश्चन है वो भी IIT JEE का है, वो बाद में हम करेंगे, पहले पहला वाला कर लेते हैं। क्वेश्चन था कि y इज इक्वल टू x माइनस 2 इंटू एक्स माइनस 3 इंटू एक्स माइनस 4। सो यू हैव अ cubic curve, x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. P is 1, 0. A line passing through P with a slope of 7/24 cuts the curve at A, B and C. ठीक है? You have to tell me PA into PB into PC is equal to, where PA, PB, PC are sine distance. Sine distance मतलब distance with a sine. PA into PB into PC मुझे बताना है. बताओ कैसे करेंगे. हाँ, क्वेश्चन समझ में आ रहा है? ये क्वेश्चन ही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. So you have this curve y is equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4, है ना? And you have a point on the line that is 1 comma 0, and 1 comma 0 say you are just stretching a line P से, जिसका slope क्या है? 7/24. Obviously that point would be cutting your curve. So basically in this case it is cutting at 3 points A, B and C. Obviously line है तो किसी भी क्यूबिक कर्व को वो मैक्सिमम 3 ही बार कट कर सकता है ना. बाई क्वाड्रेटिक है तो 4 बार कर सकता है. 5 डिग्री है तो 5 बार कर सकता है. दैट इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट यू नो, राइट. तो अब आपको बताना है मुझे कि व्हाट इज PA इंटू PB इंटू PC. अच्छा, इसका डायग्राम आप बना सकते हो क्या? इसका ग्राफ आप बना सकते हो? इसका ग्राफ कितने लोग बना सकते हैं? हमने ऑलरेडी इन इक्वेशन किया था ना, वेवी कर्व क्या था ना, x माइनस अल्फा इंटू एक्स माइनस बीटा अपॉन एक्स माइनस गामा इज ग्रेटर इक्वल टू 0. तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा? करते थे ना ऐसे करके, अल्फा बीटा गामा प्लस माइनस ऑल्टरनेट प्लस माइनस. याद आ रहा है? नहीं याद आ रहा है? ये इन इक्वेशन का क्लास याद नहीं है? याद है? एक बात बताओ, ऐसे इक्वेशंस नहीं करते थे हम? x माइनस 2 इंटू एक्स माइनस 4 बाई एक्स माइनस 3 इज ग्रेटर देन 0. सॉल्व करो इस इक्वेशन को. सॉल्व करते थे ना? तो वही तो पूछ रहा हूँ, है ना, इनइक्वालिटी का. आप 4 ऐसे करके सॉल्व करते थे ना? ओके. वेवी कर्व था. y is equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. यही है ना कहानी? This is your x axis. This is let's say 4 comma 0. This is let's say, and this is let's say, यहाँ पॉजिटिव. पॉजिटिव का मतलब कर्व ऊपर है, नेगेटिव का मतलब कर्व नीचे है, ऊपर नीचे और नीचे ही रहेगा. और यहाँ पे 0, ऐसा ही कुछ कर्व होगा ना, वेवी कर्व तभी तो कहते थे, राइट. ओके. अब ये तुम्हारा है P पॉइंट, है ना, और P से यू आर जस्ट ड्रॉन अ लाइन. ठीक है, ये 3 जगह कट कर रहा है. मुझे नहीं पता कहाँ कहाँ पे कट कर रहा है. हो सकता है यहाँ कहीं पे कट कर रहा हो, मुझे नहीं पता, बट आई हैव जस्ट गिवन एक फ्रंट आइडिया दैट PA इंटू PB इंटू PC. मुझे क्या लेंथ निकालना है? PA, ठीक है. इफ इट इज इन द सेम लाइन तो वेल इनफ ऑल 3 वुड बी पॉजिटिव, राइट. अगर नीचे है तो एक निगेटिव होगा, वो चेक हो जाएगा, तो उसमें कोई परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है. नाउ यू नो द स्लोप ऑफ दिस लाइन, थीटा, tan थीटा इज तो sin theta would be and cos theta would be, है ना, कोई मैजिक तो नहीं हो रहा है, यू नो इट राइट, बिकॉज इट्स अ ट्रिपलेट. ओके. ना ऐसे सिनारियो में आप क्या करते थे, पॉइंट्स आ रहा है तो कौन सा फॉर्म यूज करते थे आप डिस्टेंस निकालने के लिए? देखो डिस्टेंस निकालने के लिए आप दो फॉर्मूला यूज करते हो, एक डिस्टेंस फॉर्मूला और क्या करते हो, पैरामेट्रिक. सो कैन वी यूज पैरामेट्रिक हियर? दिस 1,0 नो. तो कोई भी एक पॉइंट होगा तो क्या होगा, 1 प्लस आर एंड देन यही होगा ना पॉइंट, इस लाइन का पॉइंट यही होगा ना, 1 प्लस आर इंटू 24/25 इंटू 7/25 आर. ओके. नाउ दिस, इसको इसमें फीड करूंगा तो मेरा क्यूबिक इक्वेशन इन आर आएगा. वो क्यूबिक इन इक्वेशन इन आर मुझे क्या देगा, रूट्स r1 r2 r3 which is nothing but pa pb pc. Do we have to find r1 r2 r3 or we have to find the product of r1 r2 r3? We have to find the product of r1. So we don't have to solve that cubic equation. How to find the product of three roots in a cubic equation? अगर आपका कोई भी इक्वेशन होता है ax क्यूब प्लस bx स्क्वायर प्लस cx प्लस d, तो सिग्मा अल्फा क्या होता है, माइनस बी बाई ए. सिग्मा अल्फा बीटा क्या होता है, प्लस डी बाई ए, सॉरी प्लस सी बाई ए, है ना, प्लस सी बाई ए. और अल्फा इंटू बीटा इंटू गामा क्या हो जाता है, माइनस डी बाई ए. तो यू हैव टू गेट योर क्यूबिक इक्वेशन इन आर एंड सिंपली फाइंड minus d by a, your answer would be there. If minus d by a turn out to be a positive quantity, it means they all are up है ना. But we are not interested in that. We are just interested in the product. वो अपने आप ख्याल रख लेगा. तो देखो क्या करेंगे. तो आई होप सब समझ में आ गया सॉल्व कैसे करना है. तो एक्चुअली तुम्हें इसको सॉल्व भी नहीं करना है, तुम्हें बस इसका कोफिशिएंट्स ध्यान रखना है. तो इफ आई feed y would be equal to 7 by, which eventually be 1 plus r by 24 minus 2 कितना हो जाएगा, 24/25 r minus 1 into 24/25 r minus 2 into 24/25 r minus 3, right? So what we are interested in? We are interested in the coefficient of r cube and the constant. And the, so r1, r2, r3, r1 into r2 into r3 would be equal to minus d by a. D is nothing but your constant and a is nothing but your product coefficient of cube. तो अब क्यूब का कोफिशिएंट तो आ गया 24/25 इंटू 24/25 इंटू 24/25. And constant would eventually be -1 into -2 into -3. That's it. और फिर फाइनली माइनस लगा हुआ. तो क्या बन गया इवेंचुअली 6/24/25 का क्यूब, विच मीन्स 6 इंटू 25 बाई क्यूब ओवर 24 का क्यूब. सो आंसर वुड बी समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? ओके. सो इट वाज एन आईआईटी जेईई क्वेश्चन. शुड आई एक्सप्लेन इट अगेन और यू गॉट इट? So basically, you know simple wavy curve, you have drawn this curve. So now you know that P line which is passing through 1,0 and slope as 7/24, you have already understood that this is going to cut your cubic equation in 3 points. You just have to tell me PA into PB into PC, and parameter for a line is nothing but distance. तो आप उसको पैरामेट्रिक फॉर्म में लिखोगे, यू हैव रिटन इट इन अ पैरामेट्रिक फॉर्म 1 प्लस आर बाई 24 आर इंटू 24/25 के फॉर्म में आपने लिख रखा है, कॉमा 7/25 आर, right? Now you're simply going to substitute that point with that cubic equation. In place of y you are going to write your ordinate, and in place of abscissa or x you are going to write your abscissa in terms of r. So you eventually will get your cubic equation in r. You don't have to solve this cubic equation because the examiner just is interested in the product of r1, r2, r3, which would be finally minus of constant over the coefficient of r cube. In this case the coefficient of r cube is 24/25 by cube, and the coefficient of and the constant is -6, and minus eventually will multiply with minus, making it plus. Should I rub it?
Yes, sir.
This is also an IIT JEE question. Same pattern, same story. Karo solve. So what you're planning in this question? Parametric form. What is the parametric form you're using? Tan theta is, तो sin theta क्या होगा?
3/2.
And cos theta
1/2.
1 by 2. So you can say your parametric form would be r by 2 comma 1 plus root 3 by 2r, r by 2 comma 1 plus, so it would be r square by 4 minus 1 is equal to 1 plus root 3 by 2 r. You will get your quadratic equation in r. The quadratic equation in r would be basically PA and PB. R1 and R2 would be equal to PA and PB, right? यहाँ पे देखो क्या है, R1 R2 can be both positive, R1 R2 can both be negative, और R1 R2 या एक पॉजिटिव एक नेगेटिव. कैसे पता चलेगा they are of opposite sign? If the product is negative, so just looking at the constant upon the coefficient of r square, coefficient of r square would give you, so simply what is the quadratic equation you got? What is the quadratic equation you got? 1 plus is equal to r square by 4, which makes it r square by 4 minus root 3 by 2r minus 2 is equal to 0, which makes it r square minus 2 root 3r minus 4 is equal to, so this is your quadratic equation, right? Now PA into PB gives you minus 4. P into PB gives you, which means they are of opposite sign. एक PA उधर की तरफ है और एक PB इधर की तरफ है, right? Now PA plus PB is nothing but R1 plus R2, right? What is that? 2 root 3 minus B by A. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? They are of opposite sign, but the sum is positive, which means the positive one is bigger than the smaller one. Then only the net sum is positive. Now difference of length of PA and PB. Now what he is interested? He is not interested in PA minus PB. He is interested in mod PA minus mod PB. He is interested in
Mod PA minus mod PB.
now since you know what is it? What is it? चला गया? क्या था वो? B था क्या? काट लेता? Okay. So difference of P and PB. Now we know एक बड़ा होगा एक छोटा होगा पक्का है ना? तो we are mostly interested in R1 minus R2 का mod. We are only interested in R1 minus R2 का mod. So basically we are interested in difference of root. We are interested in difference of root. Difference of root कैसे निकलेगा? Sum of root. देखो we are actually interested in mod PA minus mod PB, right? Mod PA minus PB. अब देखो क्या हो रहा है. लेट्स से R1 बड़ा है, R2 नेगेटिव उसको पॉजिटिव बनाने के लिए माइनस R2 करना पड़ेगा. तो यू आर एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टेड इन R1 प्लस, you are actually interested in R1 plus, which is basically sum of roots. So difference of length is actually sum of roots. Difference of length is actually समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? ऐसे देखो ना, ऐसे देखो, ये इधर 5 यूनिट है और ये इधर 3 यूनिट है. What is sum of root? 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3, right? And what is the difference of the length? 5 minus 3. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? So you have to be very conceptual in this. So difference of length of P and PB भी understood हो गया. Now coming to mod PABB, ये तो बहुत ही आसान है. 4 कर दो इसको, है ना? अच्छा, ये देखो क्या है, mod PA plus mod PB. Now he is interested in 5 plus 3. He is interested in 5 plus 3. तो मतलब he is actually interested in R1 plus minus R2. So basically now he is interested in difference of roots. Now he is interested in difference of root. At that point he was interested in difference of length. Now he is interested in difference of root, which is actually under root sum minus 4p. What is sum? 2 root 3 का स्क्वायर क्या होता है? सम स्क्वायर में 12 minus 4 into minus 4. देखो ये क्या, he is interested in this length plus this length. He is interested in 5 plus 3, which is R1 minus R2. क्योंकि R1 plus R2 is a negative quantity, उसको positive बनाने के लिए आपको क्या करना होगा? minus R2. तो R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 is basically addition of two positive quantities. It appears कि minus लगा हुआ है ना? But it is actually plus. So R1 plus minus R2 is actually addition. और जो है basically difference of root से निकलेगा. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग हो रहा होगा तो घर पे जाके देखना तो तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएगा कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास विल यूजिंग दिस सेम कॉन्सेप्ट विल ट्राई टू प्रूव व्हाट PA into PB is equal to power of the point, which is equal to PT square, right? Okay, so and then we'll continue with the radical axis portion. ठीक है, so please start revising everything. Still need to improve a lot. Okay, bye bye.